what homelessness is a reflection of our cultural values. I often get a question of, what should I do at the street corner if someone's asking me money? And my real answer back to them is, you should be uncomfortable, because our culture shouldn't have this. And if you're uncomfortable, then that means you're really looking at the reflection of the values of our society. And if you're uncomfortable, then you should do something about that. My name is Emily Carmody. I work with the North Carolina Coalition to End Homelessness, and I'm part of the Durham, North Carolina team that's looking at tenancy support services and Medicaid.
Medicaid is now funding support services to help folks who are institutionalized or homeless to obtain and maintain housing. And that's tenancy support services. What we're trying to understand is what are the best ways to deliver this service, and what are the best ways to fund and regulate it to support effective delivery of the service.
There are a couple of organizations in the state that provide outstanding tenancy support services, and we're studying two of those organizations to find out what they do, and then we're essentially giving best practices to the state Medicaid office.
The state became more interested in doing in looking at housing support, tenancy support services through Medicaid. It started to become apparent to me that the people who were going to write this service definition or look at how to fund it in Medicaid didn't have experience doing housing support services. When Donna and Mina called me about being a part of this project, it was an opportunity to say, look, let's get some real information from the field, from good programs who are doing this, so that they can provide that influence or that knowledge back to the Medicaid office so that our policy can reflect that.
Housing is a human right, and I would like for people to really think deeply about what that means. And I'm not talking about just a roof over your head. I'm talking about adequate, standard, housing and good conditions.
The continuing conversations about racial and other equity issues, I think, has been very challenging and wonderful. I think it's really kind of cracked open my thinking on privilege. I have gone on kind of this personal pilgrimage of looking at resources and reading and podcasts and just trying to consume and really listen to people who are not in privileged positions, and really getting the fact that it's my turn to listen and learn and serve.
I think the training around leadership and advocacy have really felt important to me. Those are areas where I knew I needed training, and I think the training provided has been excellent. And even more so than its specific content, just the idea that this is something that I can learn has been important for me. In a culture of health, I see the health impacts of all the choices we make as a society being part of what we consider when we make those choices.
In a culture of health, we would vote unselfishly, that we would make decisions that are more related to the common good rather than our individual good.
In a culture of health, everyone has access to housing and healthcare and food and transportation resources. And in a culture of health, I think everyone feels safe and safety and cared for. And I think in order to get to that spot, we've got to get through the unwinding and the undoing of systemic racism.